Hello, my name is Cynthia. This is Mountain Accents. I'm bringing you another video about my recent sewing makes. I am wearing the Atelier Jupe Frida blouse, and it is made out of this gorgeous fiber moved viscose fabric that I purchased from Beyond the Pink Door. This is the pattern, Atelier Jupe Frida blouse. I made a size, UK size 14, European size 42, and it is a very beautiful blouse. And the sleeves are, I guess, 3/4 length sleeves. It has a mandarin collar and double yoke in the front and back. The original pattern doesn't call for the double yoke on the front of the blouse, but I watched Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door's video on how she constructed the Atelier Jupe blouse, and she did the double front yoke, and I like that because it gives it a very clean finish on the inside. And then I also did a practice blouse when Rachel from Stitched Up had her sew along live for the Atelier Jupe Frida blouse, and I really enjoyed that. And I just made it in a simple cotton just so I could see if the fit was right and if the pattern was going to suit me, and I love it. The only thing that I wish I had done now is maybe lengthen it by maybe 1 inch. I mean, it's fine. It strikes me just a, I guess, a little at hip length, right at your hip flexor, I guess. And I do like, sometimes I like my blouses to be a little bit longer, but it's fine. But I may try making one just a little bit longer so I can compare the two. And I've already purchased fabric to make another one of these. And also another thing that I wanted to mention that with this blouse is I saw Andrea mention in one of her videos that using spray starch when you're ironing your viscose fabric makes it easier to cut and sew, just so it doesn't shift about. And that proved to be a real game changer for me because yeah, the first time I sewed with viscose, it just wanted to slip all over the place with me, and I'm still a beginner, haven't been sewing for very long, and so that was a huge bonus tip for me. So it is, like I said, I'm a beginner, and this is, it's got a 3, and with Andrea's tutorial and doing this live sew along with Rachel, I think that helped me, and I think a beginner or advanced beginner could definitely do this. And the next make I wanted to talk about is the Deer and Doe Arum dress. I'll show you the pattern first before I show you the dress. So it's this pattern, and it comes, well, basically it's the same drawings. I don't care for a pocket on the front of a dress, so I left that off. And but these lines here they help with the fit. And I can't recall, I think I made the European size 46 in this, and I possibly could go down to a 44, but I just I'm pretty sure I made the 46. And that's the second one I made. The first one I made it, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. Andrea had made one in this red and black viscose twill, and I just copied it. And that was one of the ones that I had a little trouble with doing the hemming the sleeves because the viscose wanted to shift with me, and I'm going to have to probably cut those off and redo them. This one I think turned out fabulous, and I may have to step back so you can see the dress. So it's kind of short, but it has, very simple. It has the facing on the inside here and on the back, and it has the panels in the back, drawn on sleeve. I used let me get a little closer so you can see the Lurex. It's a viscose that I got from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door, and it has this beautiful gold flecks of lurex. And so I wore this to my son's graduation. He graduated high school this year, and I just felt it was a little extra special, and love this dress. Yeah, and I'll be making more. I did intend to lengthen it by about 2 inches, and I just didn't have enough fabric to do that. And while I'm standing up, I'll also step back so you can see this Frida blouse a little better. So yeah, it strikes me here, and I wouldn't mind if it was this long, but I think it's very comfortable, it's very pretty. Just need to get rid of this, a little bit of this belly, and it might look a little better. Okay, so what did I make next? I just made this, finished this month. I can't remember if I started in May or started in June, but I made the Noodlehead Pepin tote. And I ordered the hardware from the Noodlehead website. So I got the recessed zipper. I also got a little snap fastener, but then I decided not to use that. But I didn't read the instructions and see that it recommended a non-directional print, and I had already purchased some one-directional print canvas fabric. But I did like Kath from Made by Kath Craft. She also made this pattern, and she'd used a one-directional print, and she cut the exterior piece instead of one long piece. She made it into 2 pieces with a seam in the center. Let me show you. And I did the same thing, and it worked just fine. I just had to add a seam allowance at the bottom, so that's where I added a seam that it didn't call for. It's got the box corners. And I didn't pattern match this, but it does have an exterior pocket here, and that's where I thought about adding the magnetic snap, but I left that off. And because a lot of times I just like to drop like a pen and my phone and maybe a few sheets of paper, peppermints, whatever, in the outside pocket. And then they had the option of doing, I can't remember what kind of straps these are called, but it's cloth or the leather, and since this was my first one, I chose just to use the cloth straps. But I did get the recessed zipper, which I never used one of those and never installed one. And so basically, I know Kath Made by Kath Craft had the little tab at the end of hers, and mine does not have that. It actually goes all the way to the end. And let me see, you can see that there, but that wasn't a problem. I just followed the instructions, and they have a little booklet with the instructions in here, and they also, Noodlehead has a series of videos on YouTube that shows you how to cut and prep your fabric, how to sew it, and it's divided into, I think, a 4-week YouTube videos, and I watched that also and found it very helpful. Especially, I think Kath mentioned this also, is that you have to have perfect size measurements on when you're adding the zipper in. You have to go in a little bit. I think it was 1.5 inches on either side. And I thought it turned out great. And also, it has a big pocket on the inside, and you have the option of dividing it into 2, or 3. I chose to do 3 pockets on the inside, and I'd like to make this again sometime. I may add another pocket on the other side, because I just love pockets. And this is, even though this is a tote bag, I think it'd make a excellent purse. If I don't know if I won't carry it like a purse, but I would ideally like it just slightly smaller, but with lots of pockets made like this. And for this one, I have some extra fabric, and I'm thinking about making just something similar to a pencil case, cosmetic case, just a little simple zipper pouch that's lined, to throw in here to put some other items in. I think that would make it even better. So that is what I've been making, and hopefully I'll get a little bit better with the YouTube, figuring out how to load the videos, edit them, because I know my last one I didn't edit, I just uploaded it as is, and we'll see what I do with this one. And what's coming up next, I do have a couple things that I'm hoping to make in the month of June. I'd like to make a t-shirt for the t-shirt for summer 2022. That's a challenge that hosted by So Joey. And I also would like to make Maison Fauve Palma top, I think is what it's called. I've already got it cut out, but I'm going to clean my sewing machine before I start sewing it, change up my needle and get it prepped ready to do that. And so we'll see. I'll let you know when I come next to you exactly what I made. I hope you're having a great evening, and see you later. Bye.